Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Alondra. So today's video, as you guys know because of the title, it's gonna be about how it's really like to be a mom. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say it's bad or anything. It's the most beautiful thing that could happen to you. Like, it totally changed your life, like completely, like in every way. But it's really hard. I mentioned in one of my videos, our pregnancy was planned, but even if it was planned, like, it doesn't make things any easier. It's like not any smoother or anything. Like, it's still hard. What makes it hard is, like, we go through so much. Like, we literally, like, our body changes. We go through breastfeeding, our nipples crack, we don't have any freedom and all of that. So, like, as it goes for me, and I'm pretty sure for every other mom, when you're trying to get ready, you can't get ready because your baby doesn't let you. Like, although my baby's a calm baby and she doesn't cry, like, it's still really hard to try to get ready with them, because let's say she's sitting down in her crib or in the bassinet or in a swing, or she's just laying down doing tummy time. She gets bored and tired after a while of doing the same thing. You know, she's in the same position. She wants to do something new, or she just wants me to, you know, get her and rock her, you know. So I do have to, like, please her. So that's, like, one thing about being a mom, that you don't get to do what you normally like to do, you know. You don't have, like, that freedom. You're only, like, time to be able to do something on your own is basically when they nap. And when they nap, that's, like, literally, like, the only time you have time to do something for yourself. Basically, you don't even exist anymore. Like, it's not trying to make it sound like you don't have a life at all, but your life is just around your baby now. Like, you're with them 24/7. At least that is for me, because I am a stay-at-home mom, and that's how we decided it to be. Like, I was always going to take care of my baby because I wanted to see her grow. I didn't want to miss her, on her giggling, her crawling, when she turns, when she starts walking, when she starts talking. Like, I want to be able to do all of that, you know. So yeah, like, people always ask me, like, oh, what is it like to be a mom? Like, they don't even ask, oh, how are you doing? That's one thing too. Like, you don't have any friends. Like, when I was pregnant, like, I had, like, so much friends, and my baby had so much tias and tios, and, like, when she's here, like, she doesn't have any of that. Like, only, like, 3 of my friends have came to visit. They don't even come for me. Like, it sounds kind of messed up, and I'm not trying to sound selfish, but they don't ask how I'm doing. Like, they just ask, oh, how's the baby? What does she do? Like, does she sleep a lot? Does she let you sleep? Do you get sleep? And, you know, like, they don't worry about you anymore. And honestly, like, let me tell you a story to that. It's totally true. There was one time that my fiance was sick. He had, like, the flu and stuff, so I had to go grocery shopping, and obviously he couldn't take me, and I didn't want him to be around the baby. We both didn't want him to be around the baby, you know. We didn't want to risk anything. So my mom took me to Foodsco, and we both got our own cart, and she took the baby, you know, she was in her car seat, and she put it in her cart, and, you know, they were already going inside the store, my sister and my mom and my baby, and they left me behind. And I was like, what the heck? Like, hello? Like, you guys came here to bring me, like, we're gonna walk in together. And they were like, oh yeah, we forgot all about you, like, you know, we really just wanted to be with the baby. Like, they were so honest. They have no filter, and I love it. It was just, like, a funny moment. Like, I was literally, like, just left behind like a lonely dog, and they just wanted to be with the baby. But all that adorableness is, like, super hard work. I do have, like, girls on Snapchat that say, oh, she looks so cute today, I love her outfit, I can't wait to see when she starts, like, walking, and you guys both have matching outfits and all of that. And it's really not about, like, matching outfits. Like, yeah, that's cute and that's a plus, but it's, like, it's so much hard work to take care of a baby and raise him. Like, although I've only been a mom for 4 months, it's like I haven't got to the point where she's walking everywhere, you know, driving me crazy, I guess. Like, it's still super hard. Like, when I was planning to have a baby, and when I got pregnant, like, my family members or just friends, you know, that had babies, or that have babies actually, they would tell me, like, oh, you know, it's gonna change your life completely. And I always, like, I knew what I was getting myself into, you know. Like, I know a baby is a huge responsibility, but I think it's, like, when you talk about it, it's so much easier than when you're actually living it. Like, I pictured it a little bit, just a little bit easier, you know, but it's so not easy. It is easy, but it's just so much work. Let me just put it like that. Like, you have to just take care of the baby 24/7. It's really easy. Like, all you have to do is just please them. If they're crying, you know, change their diaper, feed them, rock them, make them smile, you know. That, like, that's really just all your work. You don't get a break. Like I said, your only break is when they nap or when you're showering. Like, that's when you get to relax. But other than that, like, you have to be completely, like, taking care of them 24/7. And I don't regret it. Even if I am a 20-year-old mom, I don't regret having a baby young, because I wanted to be a young mom. I always look towards the future. Like, I don't know why, but I'm like, I don't want to be like a 30-year-old mom barely having my first baby. I always pictured myself having a family so young, and like my fiance and I, we would just get so excited, and we are so excited with our baby. Like, she's so beautiful. The face, he like how he comes home after work, he gets so excited to see his baby. Like, I love the face like expression that he has on his face, and like he's like so tired but he's so happy to see her, and he just always kisses her, and then he kisses me, and it's just like, it's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful having a baby, but it's just so much work. I don't know, there's just like, there's so much I want to say, but then when I'm like sitting here making a video, like you like forget like what you wanted to say, you know. But yeah, something that like I kind of don't like is when I'm trying to change her diaper though, and she doesn't let me. Like, she doesn't let me. Like, she lets me, but like she moves, you know. Like, she doesn't know what's going on though, you know. But I hate when I'm like trying to grab her legs and then she starts jumping up and like moving around, and I'm just like, I really want to wipe your butt, you know. Like, just let me clean you. Like, I just want to get it over with, you know. But she moves around, so that's something you have to deal with. Like, they'll end up like touching their poop, and you gotta clean that. You'll end up getting those messy poops when it's on their back. It gets messy, real ugly. But it's just funny. Like, it's so funny. Like, the first time that Mallory pooped and it went through her shirt and her back, I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought like I don't know if I sound dumb, but I thought I was just like in the movies or something, you know. Like, I didn't think that it was ever gonna happen to my child, you know. But it was so funny. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I told my mom, I had to call her, and I was like, Mallory just pooped and blah blah blah. Like, it was so funny. And I don't know, like, that's another thing. They make you smile, they make you laugh. Another thing about being a mom is like, when you want to go out, like, you have to prepare their bag first before anything. Like, forget putting on deodorant, forget your phone in the bed and just walk out, but with her bag ready. Like, literally, like, you have to be making sure her bottles are ready, her diapers are in there, you got wipes, you have extra clothes to take just in case they poop and it gets messy. You have to take literally like so much stuff, you know, and you have to just make sure that their bag is ready. So that's another thing, you know, forget about your stuff. When I had my baby, I'm like all over the place, but literally that's how your life is when you're a mom. You're like all over the place, and you don't, I don't know how to say it, you're crazy now. I have a routine though. That's one thing, you know, and it feels so good to like take care of a little human being. Like, I feel like I'm a freaking superhero because I got to push out a baby. Like, I had a baby inside of me, I pushed her out. Like, it's so weird. Like, just when she turned 4 months, on February 12th, I was telling my fiance, like, it's so crazy how she's only been in this world for 4 months, and like, this world has been here for so long. I don't know. But yeah, guys, so sorry if I'm like going all over the place with this conversation when you guys just really want to know how it's like to be a mom. It's really hard. Another thing is when I was breastfeeding, because I don't breastfeed anymore. I was only breastfeeding for the first 3 months. It was really hard for me because I didn't have like 100% milk in the beginning. I only had, what is it called, colostrum, and she would stay on my nipple for 8 hours straight. I didn't get sleep for like the first 2-3 days straight at night, because she would latch on like so much. She would stay on me for so long. And there was one night that my nipples were so sore, and I was like so tired, and I told my fiance, I was like, I don't know why, but inside of me I told him, I was like, I think that like she's not like taking any milk, like sucking any milk. I told him, I think she's sucking out my blood, and he said, no, don't think like that, blah blah blah, you know. He was just trying to say like the right things, whatever, you know. But me, inside of me, I was like, no, like, I don't think she's taking out anything, like, it's my blood. So, you know, I started to pull her off me, and I seen that there was blood, and I freaked out. I was so scared. Like, I yelled out for my mom, and then, you know, we ended up giving her formula. Like, thank God that in our second baby shower that his family threw us, they gave us a formula can, and I always took it with me everywhere because you know, just in case. So I was so scared. I didn't want to breastfeed anymore that night because I felt like a bad mom because I wasn't giving her milk, I was giving her blood. I don't know. The thing is that the next day I went to a lactation consultant, and she seen my nipples, and she said that they were really cracked, they were really bad. So she prescribed some cream, and I used them for 2 days. And after the 2 days, during those 2 days, actually, I wasn't pumping, I wasn't doing anything for my body to know to be producing milk, and that's where I messed up, because when I started giving her my milk again, when my boobs were good, I wasn't getting as much milk anymore, and it was just all over the place. I felt bad because I had to give her 50% of my milk and then 50% formula, so I had to go half and half, and that was a struggle for me. And I was like that the first 3 months, and I just like, I didn't want that anymore, because when I would like, basically I would take away the bottle of my milk and then I would make her her bottle of formula. It was already ready, but as I'm giving it to her, like she was getting like so angry, like she wanted her food right away. She didn't like that I was interrupting her like food time, basically, you know. So I felt bad, and I was just like, I can't go on, because I would even try to pump like every 2 hours now, you know. I was like, I need to get a lot of milk, you know. But regardless of how much I was pumping, like it was already too late. So I felt like I was already too late, and no milk was coming out. Like milk was coming out, but just not enough where I didn't have to give her formula, you know. So I basically just said, I'm just gonna give her formula. But anyway, so yeah, so she just takes formula now. So breastfeeding was really hard for me. I thought it was gonna be easier. Like I always imagine like, oh, all you have to do is just give them your chichi and there, you know, they ate. But it's like a whole process. Like you have to be eating well, you have to be pumping to let your body know to be producing milk. So that's what happened to me. Breastfeeding was really hard. So if you breastfeed, you're amazing, and if you don't, or if you're a soon-to-be mom, I definitely recommend for you to take classes. I didn't do that, and now I know for next time what I should do. So yeah, that was one thing. Another thing, like I mentioned, it's really hard to get ready, or if you want to do something. Like I'm the type of person that I love to like wake up, eat, and then clean the whole house, because I don't like a messy house, you know. And I can't do that now. So it's like you still get to do what you want, but like paused, you know what I mean, if that makes sense. Like you have to like, okay, I get to clean, and then she'll begin her swing, but then she'll get tired, so I have to get her, and then she'll be taking a nap, and then I get to clean again, but then she wakes up, and you know, it's a whole process. Having a kid is not impossible, you know, like to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do. It's just going to be even much more harder for you. Sleeping wise, the first 2 weeks I didn't get any sleep. I would say because we're getting used to each other, you know. I'm a new mom, I didn't know what to do. It was difficult. Like I mentioned, even if it was planned, it didn't mean that I was ready and I knew what I was doing. You know what you're getting yourself into, you know it's going to be a little complicated. You probably thought it was going to be easier, but it's not. So yeah, I didn't get sleep the first 2 weeks, like good sleep. I would literally be looking like a zombie, like literally. So yeah, I was getting to know like her routine and stuff, and we worked out. And then after that, oh my gosh, like you guys, she's amazing. Like she would sleep all night, and then she'll just wake up, like she'll sleep by like 10 and she wouldn't wake up till 7. And for me that was like perfect, because like come on, you're a mom and you still get to have like 7-8 hours of sleep. So yeah, she'll wake up like at 7. I would not mind to be up at 7 as long as she let me sleep all night. Like that was perfect. Like God bless you, baby girl. So she would let me sleep. So I don't have nothing to say about complaining about, oh, my baby doesn't let me sleep, because thankfully my baby does. But now that she's getting older, she does wake up more now. She wakes up once or twice, but thank God she goes back to sleep. She doesn't have me up. There was once though where she would stay up, and like she stayed up for 2 hours, guys. It was like 3 in the morning, and I put her next to me on the bed, you know, like so I could like be playing with her, talking to her, you know, so she doesn't feel lonely in the bassinet. But man, I was so tired. And that's another thing, like if they want to stay up and be talking, like girl, you better stay up with her. Be scared if she falls, like I don't know, like I just freak out. Like I'm the type of person that I don't care if she's literally right next to me, or if she's in the middle, or if she's in her bassinet and like nothing's gonna happen to her. Like I still have to stay up with her. So yeah, she kept me up that night actually, just for like 2-3 hours, and then she finally went back to sleep. This might be too much information, but I'm just being real, guys. Like being a mom, like you can't even poop in peace. You really can't. There's times where I have to use the restroom, like just to pee, but if she wants me to get her, you know, I'll do anything to please her. So when it comes to peeing, like I don't mind. It's not hard to pee with the baby in your arms, so I'll take her in there with me. But if I have to poop, it's just like, okay, like I have to stay here, I have to be rocking her. Like I want her to be happy, I don't want her to cry. Like if I leave my baby crying, I feel so bad. Like I want to cry. Like I feel like the worst mom. I don't know if it's just because we're moms and we feel like that, but I can't leave her crying, so I feel so bad. So I get her every time she cries if I have to do something. But there was this one time where I did have to use the restroom, and she wouldn't let me do the bathroom. Like I even took her in there with me, like in her little swing, and she still like wouldn't calm down. So it's either you wipe fast or you have to wait until they sleep or calm or something. But that day it was like I literally had to wait until she knocked out. Just being real. But yeah guys, so another thing about being a mom, you don't have any friends. Like I mentioned, you know, my baby had so many tias and tios, and like now that you have a baby, it's like, and I'm not trying to like talk bad about anybody, but people do forget about you, maybe because you don't have anything in common with them, you know. But it just kind of sucks because sometimes you do need somebody to talk to. Yeah, you have your parents, yeah, you have your fiance, but you know, you're like baby talking all day. Sometimes, you know, you need like a friend, you know, at least to hang out, go out to eat, shit, I don't know, go out to the park and walk. But obviously no friend's gonna do that because, you know, they just don't want to do that. So I don't know, that's another thing. Yeah, like it's really hard though guys, like to be a mom, to be a parent, you know. It's like a lot of work, but it's not impossible. And if it was hard and like impossible, then people wouldn't have more kids, or we wouldn't even be planning to like have more babies, you know. Like we're already thinking of the second baby, and it is hard work, but I get so excited. Like honestly, like a baby in the house, it's like, how do I explain it, like it lightens up your home, you know what I mean? Like without a baby in the house, it's just like boring, like no noise. Yeah, sometimes you get to relax, like sometimes we want to watch a movie or we just want to cuddle in the couch or something, and then like the baby's in her swing or the bassinet, or she's just laying there and she wants to get up, she wants to get held, you know. You basically don't have that much, that like, I don't know how to say, like you don't have that time with your partner anymore. Like it's not just you and him, and yeah, so it's like harder to just have that time with them. So whenever I do have time, where like let's say he comes home from work and she's napping, or if like she's sleeping already at night and you know we're still up, like I definitely take advantage of him. Like I'm all over him, and I just like, you start noticing how your life really was back then and how it is compared to now, and you start like realizing, like you just start being a little bit grateful for your little breaks that you get, you know. But yeah, it's like such like a beautiful feeling, like being a mom, and like when you're talking to your baby and they smile at you. Like I like literally like melt for her, like I'm so in love with her, and like when I talk to her and she smiles at me, I'm just like, oh, that's so like adorable. Like I'm in love with her. Like I'm just like, does she know what I'm saying? Like does she know what I'm telling her? Like does she know like the feelings I have for her? Like it's just like, I don't know, I get like into my feelings with her, and I'm with her 24/7. So like, I don't know, whenever I'm not with her, like I'm always like asking, like when we do, like let's say like me and my fiance, we want to have time to ourselves. And like the day that we went to the movies, on one of my videos that she was with with her grandma and grandpa, you know, as soon as we leave her, like we're already in the car, like does she miss us? Does she know we're gone? Like we think about her like right away, even though we want time to ourselves, because that is one important thing when you are a parent, you know, like to still have time for yourself, because you can totally like lose communication, lose love, and like that. So I don't want that. So that's why I always want some time with him, you know. Or that's why I take advantage when we get to be together, even if the baby's here at home but she's napping or doing something, you know. So like that one time that we went to the movies, we were just already asking about her as soon as we left the door, you know. Like we were questioning like, how is she doing? Like we miss her right away. So it's just like that love, like I don't know, it's like really, I don't know how to explain it. If you're a parent, you get it. It's just, I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't trade it. Like I don't regret having a baby at this age. I don't regret it, even if sometimes like I want to do something and she doesn't let me. At the end of the day, you just look at your baby and you're so in love. Like it's so worth it. Like you just like notice like, what the heck, like was, I don't know, like was washing the dishes really important? Like I was, let's say that you get frustrated because you wanted to wash the dishes but the baby was crying, and then when they're calm, you're just like, was I really tripping because I wanted to wash the dishes and she didn't let me? Like washing the dishes, she did me a favor. I didn't want to freaking clean, you know what I mean? Like you're just like thankful to have them at the end of the night, and it's just like a wonderful feeling, like to be a parent. And I'm so in love with her. I'm always gonna say that I'm so in love with her. But yeah, like I don't know what else to say. Like when I always get asked like, how is it like being a mom? And I always say the truth, like yeah, it's really hard. Like I'm always honest and I'm open about it. Like I tell them like, oh, she's really good, she lets me sleep, because that's one thing that people be like, oh, that's why I don't want kids, because they don't let me sleep and they cry too much. Thank God, like I thought my baby was gonna come out like a crybaby, but no, she came out so perfect. And even if she would have came out like a crybaby, I would have still loved her because she's mine. But yeah, so when I get asked like, oh, how is it like being a mom, so I'm super honest and like I just tell them like it's really hard, you know, like you don't have time for yourself, like you don't even like have time to think of like you know what I mean, like if that makes any sense, you don't have time for yourself. So yeah guys, I don't know how to put it like in other words, like I don't know, I feel like I keep repeating myself and I'm saying the same thing, but you guys all know what it's really like. Even if you're not a parent, you know how hard it is because you lose sleep, breastfeeding is hard, you don't have freedom, you don't get to do things your way anymore, or like your routine or what you're used to, or I don't know, just that's basically like how it really is, you know. Yeah, I don't want to keep saying the same thing. So thanks for watching guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. So yeah.